Oh, look at this. Ezekiel wants in this morning. Come on in, Ezekiel. There you go. Day after Christmas, Thursday, December 26th, 2024. It's 8:15 a.m. I got up at 8 a.m. this morning. I'm down here. I'm going to have my coffee. I have plans today. It's a quiet house. I love a quiet house. I really do. I mean, not too quiet and not all the time, but sometimes it feels good when it's quiet. I'm going to have my cup of coffee. I'm going to get ready for the day. I'm going to go to a cute old town. We call it the Circle. And I'm going to meet up with Moonbeam and we're going to have some coffee. We're going to talk about our words for the year. I've already shared it here. Mine is create, but we're going to just kind of mull over it together and talk about our goals for 2025. I'm going to take you along with me. I'm so happy you're here. I am Tracy from the Wild West. And you know, when you think about it, it's pretty weird that I get up out of the bed this morning and I pick up my phone and put on my mic and I'm like, hey, let's film my day. But that's what you do if you're on YouTube. So that's what I'm doing. Because I love it. I love to do it. I love to edit. I love to film. I love to talk to you down in the comments. And it's just kind of fun. It's like documenting my life basically. And maybe 20 years from now, I'll look back and be like, wow, I did that. And I shared it with you and I saved it for me. Here we go, day 26. I'm not calling it Vlogmas. I'm just calling it vlogging. So welcome. I did decide to chat for just a little bit before I actually get ready so I can enjoy this coffee because I wanted to share something with you. But I also, if you don't mind, let me know how, if you celebrate Christmas, let me know how it went this year. It was very different for us this year because if you've been watching for a bit, you know that our RJ, she moved to Idaho on Friday the 13th of this past month. And so we knew we weren't going to have her presence here for Christmas. And it also turned out that firstborn, Aussie Bear, he was sick. And so each of them were missing with their partners. And it felt a little bit different. And I was very sad. I'll just say, I was very sad. It's my first experience of having Christmas without two of our children and their people. And it felt really weird. And I was very sad and I cried a lot. So it was probably not my favorite Christmas this year. So Austin was sick. And he and Crystal and Mama Olga showed up here yesterday on Christmas morning and he had his mask on. I wish I would have taken a picture. I was so surprised by it and so like, what, you're here? And I couldn't find Rich and I was like, I gotta find Rich because if you were here and he's not here, he's gonna be like, what? Whatever. So I was just like a chicken with my head cut off, running around trying to get Rich, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, it was such a touching moment. And they had a sack full of gifts. And did you know this year, I didn't buy a gift for a single person. I didn't even go to the bank and get money out of the bank for the kids. I was feeling that terrible, I'll just say. And I just had no motivation. I mean, I've sat here and I've been writing cards back to anyone who wrote me a card. I've been doing that for a couple of days. But I had no motivation to do anything this Christmas season. I didn't make crafts. I didn't do any baking. I got lights up galore. I decorated, which was nice because it felt like a big hug every morning when I got up with these warm lights and just being able to look at the tree. And, you know, it was nice that I did that, but I didn't do much of anything else. So when they showed up with the big sack of gifts, I was like, wow, my heart was just very touched. And Crystal is always so thoughtful in the gifts that they buy for people. And so I wanted to show you what Crystal and Austin got me. Pretty excited about it. It's very heavy. They got me a button maker, so I can make my own personalized badges, buttons, whatever you want to call them. I can put words of encouragement on it. I can make buttons and put them in my library. I can make buttons and leave them for people to find. And I'm really excited about that for this year too. So that was very thoughtful. And it also reminded me of a memory I'd like to share with you, and also so that I will always remember, is the first Christmas that Austin didn't live here anymore because he had made a big move. Not as big of a move as RJ, but he moved to San Francisco, and that's several hours away by car. I think Idaho is like 2 days away by car. So 24 hours or however you want to get there, but it takes a while. But Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, I was walking around like Eeyore, crying and upset because it was going to be my first Christmas without my firstborn. And I was really upset, and I was trying to get myself together. And we went to bed Christmas Eve, and Christmas morning, we were woke by Austin and Crystal. They came into our bedroom. I thought I was dreaming, and they had a sack full of gifts. And they had driven through the night to get here to surprise us for Christmas. It is probably one of my best Christmas memories to date. If you have a good special Christmas memory, I'd love to hear about it in the comments if you want to comment. But that definitely, hands down, at this point in my life, has been my favorite Christmas memory. It was so thoughtful. It was a big surprise. I even talked to him on the phone, I believe, when he was driving here, and I was telling him how much I was going to miss him. I was weepy, and he did not ruin the surprise. He did not say, "Mom, I'm on my way." He just kept it lip sealed and just showed up here in the morning. So I need to get ready, and I've been talking a lot, but create every day. I'm creating now with you, and I'll see you at the circle. I'm back. It has been a beautiful day. It is almost 3 o'clock, and I left at 9:30 this morning. Had a wonderful breakfast with a beautiful soul. We walked around the town a bit. We walked around the neighborhood on the way back, and I would like to show you a little, what do you call it? A little film about some of the things I saw, and I will also voice over it because I've been having a lot of fun doing voiceovers. I'm delirious right now. And I got 2 new deer for the deer collection. And one of them can stay out all year because it's not super Christmassy. And I want to show you them, and then I will show you my film, and then I will sign out at the end, and I will see you when I see you. So let's go look at those deers. They're so cute. It's going to be my new thing. You know, some people collect Santas. Some people collect snowmen. Some people collect angels. Some people collect Christmas trees. And I want to collect deers. And I want to show you the 2 new ones. Here we go. All right. I showed you a bunch of these in a video the other day, but the new one here is the white one that can be a plant, or you can put flowers in there, whatever. It's just so how do you say, it looks old-fashioned but also elegant because it's just all white, so it can stay out all year. And this one is in a cup, and it says Tom and Jerry, and there's something about that cup. It was more about the cup than the deer in this one. So all right, I'm going to show you my little film and then wish you well and dance it off at the end. The orange circle is so awesome. And you know, some people call it the plaza, but my grandparents used to live in Orange and they called it the circle, so I continue to refer to it as the orange circle. And it is so cool. It has so many vintage shops and antique stores and thrift stores and lots of good places to eat. And I thought it was so cute the way they had it decorated for the holidays. And so we were walking to Snooze. I love that we are able to walk to where we need to go. All of a sudden, I was like, I've seen this Starbucks a million times. And I noticed it's number 44. And you know, 44, double numbers. And RJ's number is 444. So that was special. And then we had a coffee and our breakfast at Snooze. It's always delicious. And then I wanted to go into just one of the shops before we went home. And we milled around, if that's the word, this shop. And it's got lots of different booths with different sellers. Look at that, Iowa, that's for Watercolor Carrie. And vintage cameras. I love to look at old things. I wish everything was old. I'm just obsessed with vintage things. They used to make things so cool. Wait a minute. Another 4. That makes it 444. Can you believe it? That is so random, but not. Anyway, I wanted to find a deer for my collection, but not this deer specifically. This was the first deer I saw. I was like, no, this is not what I have in mind. And then Moonbeam found this glove holder and she was going to get it, walked around with it for a bit and then said, nope, don't need it. Ended up putting it back. And then we just kept shopping around and I was looking for those deers. I'm like, I just need a few deers. That's all I want. Just a couple deers. Oh, so many things I really wanted, but you know, you got to rein it in. There's another deer. There's a deer. Didn't get that one. I did get that one. Thought it was so cute, that Tom and Jerry cup. And they had these cute vintage angels, and I thought they were cute. Or maybe they're choir singers. I think so. That's what they are. And this booth was pretty rad. And I just love to window shop. Although I didn't window shop, I did buy a couple deers. Then we got to walk home, and we walked past the house because I'm like, I love sprinklers like that. Can we go look at that sprinkler? I want to get close. And as we got close, I was like, look at that tree. That's so cool. It's got little beadlets of water. Always better with your own eyes. But my gosh, I was like, this is just a beautiful day. Then you know you have really cool friends when they want to show you mushrooms. So Moonbeam showed me these mushrooms in her yard. And I was like, yeah, man, I love the mushrooms. They're so cool. I will always stop and look at mushrooms. Little baby ones. And then we went in and we played with Faustus. And Faustus found his treats and his little toy thing there. I just had a really good day, really soul-filled day with Moonbeam at Snooze. I do like dancing it out. I feel a little funny when I do it, but it always makes me smile. A couple of things. Never had a school dance in high school, went to a private school, no dancing allowed. And didn't even make the drill team because I'm not very coordinated. I tried out though. And basically I don't have much rhythm. But whenever I dance, it just like, how could you not smile just by like moving around? So I'm gonna dance it out. Until next time, peace, love, and keep going.